Okay, my lunch is... Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing what I eat in a day. I'll be sharing everything that I eat throughout the day, staying on track with Weight Watchers. I like to do these videos to give some inspiration, show what types of meals I have to stay on track, and also just show how I prioritize some 0-point foods and stuff like that to stay within my points on Weight Watchers. If you enjoy this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Adam's not here right now to say to hype it up because he's at work, and in the most recent live that we did on YouTube, we got some questions to share Adam's day of eating when he packs it up for work. So he will be recording his meals today that he packed for breakfast and lunch, and I'll be sharing mine. Then we have dinner together, so I'll also share that at the end. The plan for me today is I'm going to the gym right now. We actually just had a new gym open up near us. It is a Vasa Fitness, so it has been so exciting and honestly really what I needed right now, just some motivation in the gym for weightlifting and stuff. I really have been struggling with it, and now having this new gym and some new equipment and just new things, it's helped me to kind of get back into it. So I'm excited to go do my leg day. I've got some cookie and cupcake orders to work on today, so I'll be doing that, and I'll just be bringing you guys along with me, showing how I stay on track. I am starting the day with a bar. This is the IQ bar brand. This is banana nut flavor. It's 4 points for this on Weight Watchers. These are so good. We tried them in a snack review, actually this flavor most recently, but this tastes like banana bread kind of. It is plant-based protein, which I'm usually kind of picky about plant-based protein bars just with their taste and texture, but these are the best ones I've tried. So I'm going to have this before the gym. It is 170 calories and it's got 12 grams of protein. It's also got 7 grams of fiber. I'm just gonna eat this really quick, head over to the gym, do my workout, and then I will be back with breakfast. I had to share a quick clip of my drive to the gym. The trees have been so beautiful and it makes it just a little bit easier to get there in the morning to see them. I wish they were going to last longer. But if I have a bar or snack before the gym, I usually just eat it on the drive there, and then I arrived to Vasa. I have been so excited about this gym opening, and it's just given me some new motivation that I've really needed. Honestly, I've been feeling like I'm just going through the motions, especially with lifting weights. But having new equipment is so motivating to me right now and inspiring, and it's getting me excited to get to the gym in the morning. I haven't done squats on a squat rack like this since volleyball in college, so it's been a learning process getting back into it, and it's definitely not easy, but it has been so nice to push myself. My workout today was my leg day that's quad and calf focused, which means a good amount of squats, and then I was excited about this new calf machine I haven't really used before. I ended with leg press and my legs were shaking when I walked out. I just got done with my workout and I realized I need a couple things from the grocery store, so there's a Jewel right across the street. I'm running in right now to grab a couple things and I'll show you guys what I get.
All right, it's breakfast time. I've got 2 Veggies Make Great egg white bites that are 3 points. I've got a Jimmy Dean turkey sausage and egg white sandwich, which is 8. I take off the cheese, so it's probably like 6 or 7, but I still track it as 8. I've got Lake Air pancake puff corn for 2, a banana. Can't forget the hot sauce.
Okay, I'm back from the store. I'm gonna quickly go through what I grabbed. I mainly went because I needed some eggs and then also green onion for the dinner that I'm making. I've got imitation crab, so I'm planning to do like crab rangoon pasta, and green onion is such a good part of that, so I had to make sure to grab some of it. Then I know for lunch, I've got some leftover chili that I need to eat, so I was thinking I could do like a soup and sandwich, have some chili with the sandwich on the side, and I really like the boar's head lunch meat that they have, so I actually just got it from the deli section, and I got the Salsalito and the Oven Gold turkey, so it'll be 0 points. I really don't use too much on my sandwiches, but then I kind of wanted a different bread and I hadn't seen this before. This is a thin sliced rye bread, so you can have 2 pieces for 3 points on Weight Watchers, 90 calories, 3 grams of protein, and I just thought it was something different, and it's a nice size bread. It is thin sliced like it says, but really that's not too small. So that'll make a nice sandwich for lunch. I've also really been enjoying having thin sliced cheese on hand for sandwiches, burgers, stuff like that. Even on like pizza bakes, it's been working really well. It almost melts even better than the shredded cheese. But anyway, today I grabbed some thin sliced medium cheddar and some thin sliced pepper jack cheese. I've got some chicken that I need to marinate, but not enough mixes for that, or like marinade packets. So I've got Asian barbecue, which I don't know if I've gotten this one before. I'm excited about this. You do have to add some soy sauce to it, but I've had one like that in the past and they're really good. I also got this one as our favorite. It is zesty herb, and then black garlic parmesan is also a really good one. So those will be for some chicken breast that's 0 points. I just marinate them and grill them up. And then I was craving something with pancakes for breakfast, so I'm going to do some protein pancakes, but then I saw a picture of an old McGriddle I had made in the past, and it made me really crave that. So I found these turkey breakfast sausages that are only 2 points for one patty. They are 80 calories, 5 grams of fat, and 7 grams of protein, and I'll just heat one of these up, put it on some pancakes, and then I'm also going to make some eggs, and that'll be my McGriddle for breakfast today. Then really quick, this is something for a snack review, so I wasn't gonna show it, but really quick, I've been looking for these. They're the new Boar's Head Greek yogurt dips, so look out for these in an upcoming snack review. I'm so excited that they had them, and I think that they'll be really good, especially with like apples and stuff. It says enjoy with fruit and graham crackers. So anyway, got those, and that is everything from Jewel. Like I said, for breakfast today, I want to make that McGriddle, so I'm going to use a smaller serving of the pancake mix that I have. This is going to be a 3-point serving. I'll do a 1/3 cup of the mix, and it's just the Aldi protein pancake mix. Then 2 points for one of those turkey sausages, and then I'll do 2 to 3 eggs. If it's too much egg to fit on the actual sandwich, I might just eat it separately, but I'm going to make some eggs for that as well. And then that'll be my breakfast. I was thinking about maybe having some fruit with it, but I might even just wait till lunch. We'll see how I feel. So I will be making a protein coffee as well. And I mentioned in my challenge that I started up where I'm tracking everything, that the one thing I'm not tracking is my protein coffee, unless I'm doing the what I eat in a week videos where I want to see the actual protein in a day. But today I'm just tracking with points, so I'm doing it how I usually would. So this is 3 points on WeightWatchers, and it's got 30 grams of protein. And I'm just going to mix it in with some cold brew concentrate. This one's like pretty much empty, so I don't know if I'll have enough, so I might use a little bit of the pumpkin spice with it as well. But this is 0 points. It just helps me to have some caffeine, and then this will help me to get some extra protein in. Usually keeps me full a little bit longer until lunchtime, and I've got some stuff to get done before lunch anyway. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this stuff away, and then I'm going to start making my breakfast. There's always a sweet spot with the amount of ice that I use in my protein coffee. Sometimes there's not enough, and then it doesn't get watered down enough, and then sometimes there's too much and it's too cold for me, and it actually gives me brain freezes. But I made it with the perfect amount today, and then got started on my breakfast. When I make these pancakes like this, I usually just add a little bit of water at a time until it's the perfect consistency. I also usually add a splash of vanilla, but I forgot today. But then in a separate bowl, I mix together the eggs. When I make the eggs for the McGriddle, I like to make sure they're really mixed together well, because I kind of make like an egg patty out of it. I also cook them at a lower heat when I do it this way, and I just kind of let the uncooked egg run underneath so that it stays kind of solidified like this, almost like an omelet. And that just makes it easier to add it to the sandwich. I'm thinking about prepping some egg patties ahead of time using my molds in the oven, just so that I can make a couple McGriddles just prepped ahead. And when I make the pancakes, I like to use a nonstick butter flavored spray because it gives it a nice buttery flavor. And I just heated up the turkey patty in the microwave and assembled the sandwich. Okay, here is my finished McGriddle breakfast sandwich. I just went ahead and cut it in half so it's easier to eat. But you can see there's a good amount of egg on there. I did the 3 eggs, and then the smaller serving of protein pancakes was actually perfect to make 2 for this sandwich. I feel like they're a good size. So that's my breakfast. It's 5 points total on WeightWatchers, 2 for the turkey sausage that I used, and then 3 for the pancake mix. And again, I just got that from Aldi. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this. Like I said, I might have fruit after, but I think I'm just gonna have this and my protein coffee, and then I'll have some fruit with lunch. But I've got a cupcake order to work on, so I think first I'm going to go on a quick walk because I'm also in the middle of my step bed and I need to get 12,000 more steps for today. So I'll probably do a quick walk, come back and make the cupcakes, and then it might almost be lunchtime around then. One of the orders for this week is a pull-apart cupcake cake shaped as a flower bouquet. So I'm getting the chocolate cupcakes baked for that first, and then I'll be decorating it later today. Adam wasn't able to do a voiceover for his lunch, but what he's got today is a ready protein bar for 5 points, a bag of Skinny Pop for 3 points. Then he packed 2 La Banderita low-carb tortillas, and to them he adds some turkey lunch meat, mustard, and lettuce, and the 2 wraps are 2 points on WeightWatchers. Okay, I started making my lunch and almost forgot to film it. So what I'm having today is some leftover chili. I was already planning to do this for lunch because I knew I needed to eat this. So I started putting it in a bowl already, but I'm just splitting the rest of this between me and Adam. He'll be able to take the other portion to work tomorrow. I'm just gonna heat it up and eat it like normal chili and then have a sandwich on the side. I also already washed my grapes. So these are 0 points. I've got about a cup of green grapes here, and that'll just be probably what I have after I finish the soup and sandwich. I always like to end with something sweet. But for the sandwich I'm making today, I'm going to use 2 slices of this thin sliced rye bread. I am going to use 1 slice of this medium cheddar thin sliced cheese. So it's 3 points for the 2 slices of bread, and then 1 thin slice of this cheese is 2 points on Weight Watchers. Then for the rest of the sandwich, I'm going to add some of this Coop's Arizona Heat mustard. I really don't add much because it's got a kick to it, but it really adds a lot of good flavor. And actually, I think it's going to go perfect with this Salsalito boar's head turkey. I tracked 4 ounces, but I'm gonna actually weigh it out with my food scale to see if I'll do 3 or 4 ounces because I'm not sure how much I usually use for lunch meat. I also have some of the oven gold. I might do a little bit of each, but they're both 0 points on Weight Watchers. I've also got some romaine lettuce, so I'll add that to my sandwich. And then that's everything that I'm having for lunch today. It's definitely going to be filling, and surprisingly, I'm hungry right now. Usually after I finish my protein coffee, I'm not hungry for a little bit, but today I am. I think I just really worked up a sweat working out this morning, and I'm ready for some lunch. This lunch comes out to a total of 6 points on Weight Watchers. It's 1 point for the chili, 3 for the bread, and 2 for the cheese. Everything else is 0 points. As much as I love adding this chili to things like mac and cheese or hot dogs, it's also so good plain. Sometimes I'll also add sour cream or cheese, but today I kind of dipped my sandwich into it. And for the sandwich, I put the mustard on the bread and just get some on each slice, and it was actually still pretty spicy even with that amount today. And I just used my food scale to weigh out the serving of turkey just because I was tracking with my FitnessPal to get calories accurate, but usually I don't even weigh it out. And I forgot to mention, I did put the bread in the air fryer to get it a little bit toasted. Okay, my lunch is finished. So I've got my sandwich here, my grapes, and my bowl of chili. Like I said, this is going to be really filling, and I'm excited to eat it because I'm feeling really hungry right now. I've been making sure to also drink my water and stay hydrated. I try to drink 4 of my blender bottles every day, especially with the challenge I'm doing right now. So I'm making sure to stay hydrated and drink water, but I'm gonna go ahead and eat my lunch right now. I've just been working on some stuff on my computer and getting stuff set up to decorate the cupcakes. I'm going to do that after dinner. I have to let the butter soften before I can make the buttercream. So I'll make dinner first and then do the cupcakes and then probably have something for dessert like a yogurt bowl. But really quickly, I'm going to actually just get my stretching done for the day. So with the new challenge I'm doing, one of the items on my list is to stretch for 10 minutes a day. And I just do pretty much whatever stretching I want to do. Mostly it's just so that I get it done, and it does add up over time, even if it's just 10 minutes a day. I really struggle to stay consistent with stretching, so this actually has been probably the toughest thing for me to make sure I get done every single day, but I'm going to go ahead and do it now. Usually I've been doing it after dinner. I'll just put something on the TV and get it done, but today I'm just going to do this before I start setting dinner up. When I've been doing my 10 minutes of stretching, I haven't really been following anything specific. Because it's only 10 minutes, I really just try to focus on the stretches that I enjoy and that I feel like I need the most at that moment. Okay, it is now dinner time, and I actually went ahead and just already tracked everything. Usually I track as I'm planning the meal out and getting the ingredients out, so I just scan them as I go, and it makes it that much easier when I'm done cooking. I can just eat and not have to worry about tracking. So I actually made this one as just a recipe in the Weight Watchers app. Tonight for dinner, I'm doing a crab rangoon inspired pasta. I've got this Barilla Protein Plus rotini pasta. I'll be doing 3 ounces dry for each portion, so I'm just making this batch to do 2 servings right now. So I'll be using 6 ounces of dry pasta, and I've just got some water that is going to be boiling for that. I'll cook the pasta separately, and then in a different pan, I'm going to chop up this red bell pepper and start cooking that in a pan. Then once that's cooked for a few minutes, I'm going to add this imitation crab. I'll be doing 4 pieces. Again, this is to make 2 servings, so that's 4 points total. It's usually just a point per leg like this. I'll let that cook for another couple minutes, and then I'll probably add in the chopped green onions as well as the 2 light Laughing Cows that I've got here. And then to make it a little more cheesy, I'm going to do a slice of this mozzarella cheese. I'll just rip it apart and mix it in with the veggies and stuff. Once the pasta's done, I'll add that in as well. For seasonings for this, once I cook up the veggies, that's where I'll add the seasoning to. But I'm going to use some garlic salt, and this is the best garlic salt. It's from Aldi. I'm also going to use this garlic, onion, sea salt, and black pepper, and then some granulated onion, as well as a good amount of pepper. I really like pepper with like crab rangoon and those types of recipes, so I'll add a good amount of that in, and then that is going to be the dinner. That serving will be 10 points on WeightWatchers. I'll go over it once I'm done cooking, but that's dinner. I usually just take a bowl like this and pour the pasta into it before it's cooked to weigh out the serving that I want, which is 6 ounces dry today. Then I just put that to the side and start chopping up the bell pepper so I can start cooking it. I also get the imitation crab and green onion chopped up. Sometimes I use chives from my garden, but I don't have those anymore, so the green onion works perfectly. This meal really comes together quickly, so once the water starts boiling and the peppers have been cooking for a little bit, I add in the imitation crab. Then to that pan, I add the onion powder and garlic salt, as well as the other garlic seasoning and some pepper. I mix that around until everything is coated with the seasonings, then I add in the chopped up green onion. I let that cook for a couple minutes, and then I add in the 2 light Laughing Cow wedges and the ripped apart slice of mozzarella cheese. The Laughing Cow takes a minute to start melting, but once it does, I just kind of mash it down with the spoon. Then I add in the pasta with just a splash of the pasta water and mix it together until it's fully combined. This made such a filling portion, and the flavors were perfect mixed together with the crab, the peppers, and the green onion. Okay, here's my finished serving of pasta. So I've got the bell peppers, the imitation crab, green onions, then the Laughing Cow, and mozzarella cheese with the Barilla Protein Plus pasta. This is 10 points for this serving. It's 6 points for the amount of pasta that I used, then 2 points for the imitation crab, 1 for the Laughing Cow, and 1 for half a slice of cheese. The calories for this dinner come out to about 443. It's got 28 grams of protein, so not super high with protein, but I'm already pretty close to my goal for the day. And then I am going to have a Honeycrisp apple after I finish eating this. 0 points. I have one every single day right after I finish my dinner. Like after my last bite, I just start eating my apple right away. So I have this for 0. I will still have something for dessert. I'm thinking a yogurt bowl, but we'll see. And then I've got my filled water that I will drink with dinner. So that's my dinner. Okay, I'm about to go on a quick post-dinner walk to get my last 3,000 steps for the day, and then I'm going to finish up working on the cupcakes and make some dessert. So like I mentioned, this order is a flower bouquet of cupcakes, so I wanted to do 3 different flower designs based off a similar image that they showed me as a request for the order. I didn't film it, but actually one of the longest processes when it comes to cookie, cupcake, cake orders is making the colors. So I already went ahead and made all the different colors with the buttercream and put them into the piping bags. I assembled them all together, added the leaves and stems, and wrote happy anniversary, and that was the order. Then I had a sweet tooth after I finished that up, so I went and made myself a yogurt bowl. I have a base of frozen berries. I usually pop them in the microwave for a minute and a half, and then I add the yogurt and cereal on top, just using my food scale to weigh out the portions that I tracked, and then I just mix it all together before I eat it. Okay, so I finished up working on the cupcakes, and now it is time for the last thing I'm having, my yogurt bowl. So I've got a base of frozen cherry berry blend from Walmart. It's just a great value brand. Then I've got 2 points of Dannon Light and Fit vanilla Greek yogurt and 2 points of Cocoa Lovebird cereal. So 4 points for this bowl. I'm gonna mix it all together. You can see, kind of, maybe not, there's a lot of liquid in there, but when you mix it with the yogurt, it gets nice and flavorful, and it's just the perfect consistency. So I make sure to mix it up nice and well. But that's gonna wrap up my day of tracking for today. Adam actually already went to bed, but he did have the same dinner. And then for his dessert, he had a bowl of cereal. We forgot to record it, but he just did some protein cookies and cream Cheerios with banana and milk. And so that wrapped up his day of eating. My day, I used a total of 29 out of 24 dailies. My breakfast was 5, lunch was 6, dinner was 10, and snacks were 8. And that just included the bar that I had before the gym and this yogurt bowl. I did also just track my calories and protein and things like that for today. I tracked all of my 0-point foods so that I could see what that number is. I do have a lot of people that follow me that don't follow Weight Watchers, and I know that it's helpful to include those numbers as well, so that's why I'm just gonna say them really quickly. So I had 2,232 calories today. I had 54 grams of fat, 255 carbs, and 190 grams of protein. And I also had 42 grams of fiber. It was a really great day of eating. I enjoyed every meal, especially dinner. I love that crab rangoon pasta. And honestly, breakfast was so good. I need to remember to make McGriddles more often. It's sometimes hard to find lightened up sausage patties like the turkey ones I found today. So 2 points for those. And then a little bit smaller serving of the pancake mix really does make the perfect breakfast, especially with the eggs and everything. It was so good. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.